it's me, James. Welcome to another episode of my Philly sports things and events. So the Sixers lost the first round of the NBA playoff games against the New York Knicks. After Game 5 took place in New York City at Madison Square Garden, the Sixers won that game, and then they forced the Knicks to come back to Philly for Game 6. And prior to that, when the New York team was in Philly and the New York team won, and on the way out, the news was saying lots of New York fans was chanting "fuck MB" or "fuck Joel," which they're talking about Joel MB that plays for the Sixers. I always suspect that some of the people was chanting that was actually Sixers fans because they're angry at Joel because Joel didn't play good. He did not score in the last quarter of that game. However, there were a lot of drama surrounding these two teams, Sixers and the Knicks. So for Game 6 that took place in Philly at Wells Fargo Center, I just felt like I had to go there and check it out for myself because I know whether the Sixers win or the Knicks win, there's going to be drama. So I have to see it. And also the players in Philadelphia for the Philly sports, whether it's the Eagles or the Phillies or Sixers, they don't play good here. It is because people say that the Philly sports teams coddles those players. And I think there's some truth to it. Because the sports teams around Philadelphia, they seem to make their star player a celebrity. So the players here feels like they're a rock star or somebody that they're not. And then they seem to forget that they're here to play ball. And they're out there partying and, meeting the fans. And they think they're somebody that they're not. So it affects their ability to play ball on the field. That's what I think. And Joel Embiid, it's the same. He's always complaining about something hurt or, injuries. It's always the knee, the back, and he even had his face injured one time. And it seems like there's a lot of complaints. That's because they coddle him. They allow him to, not play good and blame on some kind of injury or something hurts. So that's not a good thing, but it happens in Philly, and it only happens in Philadelphia. So anyways, I'll get more into it about the Sixers and the Knicks, Game 6. And the next thing I want to talk about is Kentucky Derby. So that's a big thing once a year in the horse race community and throughout the country. So I went to a park casino, actually park racing. The racetrack is attached to the park's casino in Ben Salem, Pennsylvania, in Bucks County. And I went there for a Kentucky Derby event. And that night, I really want to go to a Sports and Social in Philadelphia at a live casino to watch the horse race. And I tried to get there, but unfortunately the weather was not great that day. It was raining a lot, and my car hydroplaned and slide in the puddle of water. And I hit a light pole and it caused a lot of damage to my car. So now I got to get my car fixed, and I missed the Kentucky Derby race. So that's pretty much of what's going on. So now let's get to the events. On Thursday, May 2nd, the Sixers played Knicks in the playoff game, the first round playoff game 6. And of course, Sixers lost the game and lost the whole series. So they're out. They're done. Sixers done for the season. We'll have to wait for next year now. Once again. So like I said earlier, days before Game 6, there were a lot of dramas surrounding the Game 4 and Game 5 because supposedly the New York fans was chanting fuck Joel or fuck Embiid on the way out when the game's over. So I decide I'm gonna, take a ride out there to the Wells Fargo Center and see what really is going on. So I went out there first. I stopped in at the Xfinity Live. A lot of fans that could not afford to go to the Wells Fargo Center, paying hundreds of dollars for the ticket for the playoff games, ended up at the Xfinity Live, which is right in front of the Wells Fargo Center. And I went there. The place was pretty crowded. It wasn't completely packed, but it was pretty crowded. There were a lot of fans there watching the Sixers playoff game and cheering for the Sixers. Even though at times it's disappointing because the Sixers missed the baskets and they can't shoot, missed the three-point shots. But the fans are still have good spirits. So Xfinity has both indoor and outdoor parts. So first I walked through the indoor part of the Xfinity Live, and then I went outside, and there were a lot of fans out there too, and then they had a concert stage there. I think the band was playing music before and the post game. So there were a lot of people there, and it was fun. And then I continued to outside of the Wells Fargo Center. I took my scooter and I rode down there, and it was near the end of the game, and the fans started to leave the stadium. And little by little, the game was eventually over, and more fans pouring out of the basketball arena. And the Sixers fans was quiet because obviously the Sixers lost the game once again, and they're done for the season. And the Knicks fans, New York Knicks fans, was cheering, and they were going crazy because they won. They won this playoff first round, and the Knicks fans went crazy. They were standing on top of the benches and stuff, and cheering and dancing. And the Sixers fans was angry, so they were throwing cones, those traffic cones, at the New York fans. And eventually, at the outside of the main entrance to the Wells Fargo Center, the Knicks fans gathered there, and they were cheering a circle and shouting all different slogans. You got to see this. I made a video. You got to see it for yourself so you know what it's like to be there. fans was getting too crazy. Eventually, the Philadelphia police showed up and dispersed the crowd, and that was pretty much it. But that was an experience, being out there, seeing the New York crowd going crazy, chanting whatever they chant, and eventually got chased away by the Philly police. Uh, that was a lot to absorb, and it was fun to be there just to see that. So the shirt I'm wearing, the Sixers give the shirt away to everyone attend the game at the Wells Fargo Center for the first Sixers home playoff game. And then for the second home playoff game, they handed out this rally towel. The print, it's the same as the t-shirt. But the second home playoff game, they gave away this rally towel. It's Toyota. It's presented by Toyota. And then for the last Sixers home game, which is the one I went outside to see the New York fans going crazy, they were handing out this blue Sixers rally towel. And this one's presented by Morvia Health. I guess Toyota is tired of paying for all this stuff, and the Sixers not even doing any good. So that was the Sixers, and I'm kind of glad because we did get a taste of the first round of the NBA playoff game, and now it's all done. So I can move on, going to other sporting events. So on Saturday, May 5th, it was the once a year Kentucky Derby Day. So earlier that day, I went to Parks Racing, which is attached to the Parks Casino in Salem, Pennsylvania, which is right outside of Philadelphia, down Highway 95. It's not even far. And the Parks Racing has both indoor and outdoor parts. And you can enter through the Park East building to get to the racetrack. Or you can enter from, there is an outside entrance where it's easier for people to bring in their setup for the tailgate at the racetrack. The tables and large coolers. People even bring their grill and cooking out there. It seems like those horse race fans in Bucks County are really into food. Not only the racetrack, they had restaurants and they had the stands everywhere selling food and drinks. And also, of course, on the indoor part, there are a lot, TV screens and the individual tables with the smaller TV for horse race. They always had that. Even back in the days, they just had those tube TV and set up on the table so people can sit there and bet on the horse race. And also they had, they always had, nowadays, the flat screen TV, but back in the days, in the 80s and 90s, and it was tube TV, and they had them everywhere, so you can see, you can do simulcast, horse races from all different racetracks in this country and Canada, and you can bet on it. So there's always a lot of TVs there, and it's kind of cool. And then outside, the outdoor part, nearby right next to the racetrack, it is a horse race. It's always had being a family friendly event. So you can bring kids there, and they do have a kid room, a kids zone where they had those bouncing houses and pony pony rides for the kids and games, uh, and for everybody else. Like I say, they were really into food. There there are a lot of food trucks out there, and also they have food stands and the barbecue stand where they cook the burgers and hot dogs right on the grill and they sell it. And then for the people that set up there to their tailgate party to watch the horse race, people bought a lot of food there. They put a nice picnic tablecloth on the whatever tables there, or the picnic tables, or they bring their own table. And I see lots and lots of food. And it's Kentucky Derby Day, so women usually wear hats, even men, for Kentucky Derby. A lot of different kind of neat hats. That's what they do. They wear hats for Kentucky Derby. And then the horse race, it's always fun. You see the horse, race down the track, and at the parks, they do a lot. The live horse racing, and just the horse and the jockey on the back of the horse riding down the tracks. Not a lot harness race. I don't like the harness race because that's the horse pulls a carriage behind. I don't like that kind of race because it is too slow. It's not as fun. It's just a horse, racing one another. So, I watched the horse race for a little bit, and that afternoon I was planning on going to Sports and Social at the sports book inside the live casino to watch the Kentucky Derby on the large screen TV. But unfortunately, on the way there, I got into a car accident. I hit the light pole. I slid because it was a raining day. The road condition was really bad. There was puddles everywhere. And I hit a light pole, and my car is damaged. So now I got to get my car fixed so I can go back out and making more videos. But that's okay. I just missed the greatest 2 minutes in sports, the Kentucky Derby. And then on Sunday, May 5th, I went to a Cinco de Mayo event here in Camden, New Jersey, right across the Delaware River from Philadelphia. It was a lot more than I expected. I got there later in the afternoon because of the rain and the bad weather. It was raining all weekend. And when I got there, the rain temporarily stopped, and that's when I was there at the right timing. That's when they did all the traditional Mexican tribal dances from the Mayan warriors. I'm at the Cinco de Mayo celebration in Camden. It is awesome. And it was a lot of fun to watch. And not only they did the dances, they also did the ceremony, like you see in the movies, that was that like a some kind of vase and has smoke coming out, and then they hold it up to the sky and worship the sun god. So the only thing was missing was a solar eclipse, because I saw in the movies that's when they do the human sacrifice. That's when they cut the people's head off on top of the Mayan pyramid. But I saw everything else, and it was great. tents setting up. The vendors were selling food. There were so many different kinds of authentic Mexican food. They had Mexican straight corn. They put the Mexican cream or mayonnaise, and then Mexican grated cheese on top of it, and then they dip in the crushed. It seems like crushed red hot Cheetos, and also there were tacos and other kinds of Mexican food. There were a lot of people selling food there, and it smelled really good. And also there was vendors selling other Mexican stuff, and there was a stand selling sweets, the cookies and cakes and dessert. So I really liked it. You know, I like all these cultural things, and I really like the Cinco de Mayo event that I went to. So as you guys probably know, if you see on my Facebook page, okay, my Facebook page is just search for my email, hao33@yahoo.com, or you can use my name, James Hao. My last name is Hao. On my Facebook page, post a I posted a several pictures of a WrestleMania 40 stage that I made by myself. First, I saw somebody. I think the guy's name is Luke DeBoer. DeBoard. You can look up the first name is Luke, last name is DeBoard. He's the first one that created a WrestleMania 40 stage out of cardboard, and it looked really great. So a lot of fans was asking him, how did he build it? So eventually, in another one of his posts on the WrestleMania 40, and now they changed the name to WrestleMania 41 fan page. It's a group on Facebook, and he posted a PDF file for the design for the stage. So once you have the PDF design, all you have to do is have access to a color printer to print out the design. And you can go to Staples if you don't have a color printer at home. You can print out the design that way, and then just like what I did was I got some cardboard boxes from Costco, because they have plenty of those huge cardboard boxes, and you just cut it out, cut the cardboard out, match up with the print, the design, and then just use some glues to glue the design onto the cardboard, and you can make your own WrestleMania 40 stage too. And the only thing I did different than what Luke did was I add some green lights, which I already have for the Philadelphia Eagles projects that I do. I add some lights and the video screen and sound, and it came out really good. Watch this video.
And now, WWE presents WrestleMania.
So what do you think of the stage I made? I posted on Facebook for other people to see, and people like it, and I like it. And I even put some wrestlers action figures on there on the stage to make it look more realistic. And I also working on buying a toy wrestling ring, so eventually I can make the catwalk, the runway goes from the stage to the wrestling ring, and it's gonna be more fun that way. So that's what I did on my spare time. So now let's talk about some of the upcoming events. So on May 7th, from 5 to 7 p.m. at Chickies in South Philly. We call Chickies here. It's Chickies and Pete's in South Philly. Uh, Eagles player Cam Jorgen, that's one sells the beef jerky. He is going to have a Eagles autism benefit event there. It does not cost any money to get in, and you can meet Cam Jorgens, and it says other Eagles players are going to be there.
Hey everyone, it's Cam Jurgens. Come see me and some of my teammates next Tuesday, May 7th, 5 to 7, here in South Philly at Chickies and Pete's. We're going to be teaming up with Eagles Autism Foundation as we raise money. We're going to be having raffles. We're going to have a lot of fun events during the night, but most importantly, we're going to be sharing my new jerky line and getting that out to you fans. I'm so excited for everybody to come out there and enjoy the night with us as we raise money for such a great cause. Go Birds.
So I'm gonna go and hopefully get some more autographs for this year. The football season hasn't started yet, but I already started to have my football for this season signed by different Eagles players. So hopefully I get some uh, more autographs and take some pictures with the Eagles players, whoever's gonna be there. Uh, and on May 11th, it's the Trump rally at the Wildwood, New Jersey beach. Last time it had been 5, 6 years ago when I went to the Trump rally in Wildwood. It was inside of the Wildwood Convention Center, and the line was so long. I stand there all day in the line, and unfortunately, as usually happens to me, they literally cut off the line right in front of me, so I couldn't get in. But this time, it's taking place on the beach, so hopefully they'll have a better capacity and more people. It can fit more people, so hopefully I'll get in this time. And that's May 11th at the Wildwood Beach. I think the rally starts like around 5:30 or 6 p.m. late afternoon. And also on May 26th at Harris, Philadelphia, there's going to be a Super Sunday harness horse race event. It is Memorial Day weekend, so on the 26th Sunday at Harris, Philadelphia, they're going to have a family-friendly horse racing event. It says that they have free gifts and trivias, and they have things for kids to do. You know, I would assume probably like face painting and games and stuff like that. So that sounds like a lot of fun. So I might go to that. And then that's on Sunday, Memorial Day Sunday, Super Sunday. And then on May 27th, which is Memorial Day Monday, at 11 a.m. at the Parks Racing, they are going to have another live horse racing event, and once again, it's also family friendly. They always set up the pony rides and the bouncing houses for the kids, and you know you can bring your own food and drink and beer, whatever, out there. Even the barbecue grill you can set up in the grove area, and bring your own tables or use their picnic table and just set it up and sit there. And if the weather's good, then just enjoy the weather, enjoy the day and the horse race. And also if you're gonna go get there early, the gates open at 11 a.m. and they are handing out a free picnic blanket, and this is a 50th year anniversary picnic blanket for the parks racing. So get there early, get a free picnic blanket. It's a special 50th anniversary edition. So that's pretty much everything that's going on nearby and around Philadelphia for this week. So there are going to be more events next week, and I'll go check it out. Hopefully, I get my car fixed. And now, the only thing sports wise that's going on is Philadelphia Phillies, and they're doing pretty good. They're winning games, and I think they're on the top of of the Major League Baseball teams that they're winning. I think they're winning like 26 games and they lost like 11 games or something. So they're on the top. They're on the top, and hopefully once again this year they'll make to the playoff game. So there are going to be a lot more Phillies block parties, and so hopefully the Phillies will have more parties and pep rallies, and it's just more fun for the fans. So let's go Phillies, and that's it. See you next week.